Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. And yeah, it's been a few minutes since I've really done anything, but and there's a lot of news going on. But first of all, thank you for coming, stopping by, hit the thumbs up for me, and yeah, many of you know that I drive a freight truck. I pull doubles, been doing it 29 years, and yeah, there's a lot of news going on in the freight business right now, and the company I work for had an increase in pickups. Uh, customers' shipments getting picked up at shippers, and yeah, so let's get right on to it here for a second. And many of you probably have seen it in the news, but I'm going to go ahead and share it on here. So, and this is kind of a sad deal for a lot of drivers. Yellow executive tells sales staff the company will file bankruptcy on Monday. And this was released yesterday, in fact. So, yeah, um, kind of a sad deal for all these drivers. What do they have? Like, I don't know, like 30, 40, 100. Well, it says here, so 30,000 workers, including 22,000 Teamsters. Uh, they had an operating revenue of $5.2 billion in 2022. So, uh, yeah, we could go on from there, but we're not going to do it. This company has been failing for a few years, and I don't work for them. I had the opportunity to go work for them years ago. Kind of glad I didn't, but yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on this? I mean, I think they've been bailed out by the government several times, and yeah, uh, there's probably some other stuff too here. I'm just kind of going around, and we'll see what else. Yeah, uh, I was also told by some of my uh, fellow P&D drivers that the shippers are telling us that YRC Road YRC is no longer picking up. They're cleaning out the system, and they're going to close the doors. That's what I am seeing on all of this. So yeah, it's a kind of a sad deal for all these drivers. But some of these drivers have got 30 some years with the company, and probably full vested in their pension plan. And you know if if it was a month ago, I probably would have and seen it coming. I probably would have went ahead and retired. But yeah, I also heard the rumor that they applied for a loan, and they were turned down. So yeah, 2 days ago, Yellow limits pickups nationwide. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this? I mean, my thoughts is that yeah, it wasn't ran very well. Uh, I'd heard rumors. Now this is just rumors that, and I'd seen it, on the internet, the interwebs, whatever you want to call it. That the shareholders took like a million dividend payout, you know. So it's it's a sad deal, but they'll there's plenty of jobs out here if you just want to work. There's plenty of driving jobs. Yeah. Uh, we will probably get a lot of applicants. Um, and yeah, so just depends on if a driver, somebody wants to work the dock on a forklift. Of course, man, I tell you what, it's hot. It's in the 100-degree range, and there's there's no air moving on that dock when you're out there, so you got to stay hydrated. And that's one of the things that bothers me is because there's no air moving. There's forklifts, and they run on propane, and they create heat. So you got to be extra careful when you're out working the dock. And I appreciate our dock workers that do the job to get the freight loaded, and even some of our drivers actually go to what we call an FAC. It's a freight. I can't even remember what it stands for. Leave me a comment down below if you're watching this. It's like they go over there, say St. Louis, and they drop their sets, spot their trailers, either indoors or in the yard, and then they go up on the dock and work for a couple of hours. And then they get back in the truck, hook up, and drive back. I've done that. I did that for several years early in my career, and it's not fun this time of year, and in the wintertime, because you get tired, you get hot, and then you got to turn around and drive back for 4.5 hours from where you was at. And I remember early in my career, Saturday mornings at a facility, and hooking up my trailers, and the birds are singing and the sun's coming up, and that's not a good feeling. So you got to make sure you get plenty of rest, and yeah. So I hope everybody stays cool, and be careful out there. Take your time, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, and it's a hot one. I think I was in Tulsa yesterday, and it was 107 degrees. A friend of mine was out in western Kansas, another driver, and he called me and he told me it was 109 degrees. The only thing that really kind of saved the day yesterday was the wind was out of the south, but it was a hot wind. It's like standing at a blow dryer, So, yeah. I hope the animals get plenty of water. I did see several ponds on my way down south yesterday that they had animals standing in them, trying to cool off. And yeah, make sure your furry friends have plenty of water if they're outside. Our furry friends are outside right now. It's like 78 degrees, 79 degrees, and they do have a big pan of water out there. And when Miss Linda comes home this afternoon, they will be brought into the house. So yeah. So anyway, I've got to quit flapping my jaws. If you're a new subscriber, I want to thank you for coming in and subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed, it's free. So for those of you who do not know, I ride a motorcycle and I drive a freight truck. So, hey, thanks for coming by. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and be safe out there and stay cool. And I guess we'll see you on the next one, okay? And let's do this here. Welcome to Lone Cowboy Adventures, where an ex-bull rider traded his bull rope and his horse reins for the travels and adventures on a motorcycle. Joined with him is his beautiful Miss Linda. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And as I always say hi to a stranger. You might make somebody stay. Have a great day, y'all. Say bye.